how do you carry yourself as, queen, the businesswoman, but also being true to who you are as being like a soft, nice woman?
A lot of trial and error, I'm actually just now stepping into more of the boss era. And I've always been a very like humble person. So I used to think like, oh, I don't want to say boss because I don't want to feel like I'm being too uppity or whatever.
Or braggy.
But I had like, it's very heartbreaking sometimes when you gotta like take the lead in certain things. It's a learning journey. I'm not gonna say I'm all the way there yet. Like I think it comes with just really saying how you feel without holding back.
Yes.
Without holding back.
Yeah.
That was my problem. Like holding back because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. And like you said, in the business, you can't worry about feelings. Like you can't take things personal. So I'm still actively learning, okay, like, I can't just not do something because I feel like I'm talking in circles. I just can't not do something because I don't want to hurt someone's feelings,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to learn it's not personal, it's business. I think with me, I say this, I've said this in the past. I take the Nicki Minaj approach to business. I do. I seen a documentary on Nicki Minaj probably when I was in college, I think. I can't remember if it was like a True Life, something she was doing and she was recording an album. I remember she was sitting in the studio. And I still say this, Drea can attest to this. I say this all the time. She said, when I walk into a meeting and I say I want it this way, oh, she's a bitch. She's rude. She's this, she's that. But if a man walks in and he says the same thing, oh, he's assertive. He's a boss. He's this, So she's like, I don't give a fuck what y'all say about me at this point. I'm going in these meetings and I'm saying what I have to say. And for some reason, like I said, when I saw that interview, I was probably like 20, 21, 22. And that stuck with me so much because I know sometimes I go in meetings and I'm probably like some things that I say I know can come off a little harsh and I have to clear it up. And I'm like, no, I didn't mean it like this. This is what I'm trying to say. But I'm glad I'm letting you know because stop playing with me.
Yeah.
Stop playing with me. It's a lot of times that people will say things to us because we're women. But if y'all walked across there and went on 85 South, y'all wouldn't have that same demeanor because, it's Carlos. I'm not going to talk to DC like that. I'm not going to talk to Chico
You
like
kind of
that.
have to do that as a woman sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, because like you said, they won't take you as serious. So,
I would rather be known as a bitch and I got my money straight than somebody soft who I'm just at home sad because I can't pay my rent.
Yeah, no.
I agree. For me, I think it's about that balance of being soft, but then, I don't know, I always kind of feel like you got to let people know they can't play with you.
Absolutely.
But then also on the other end of that, it's like, but the right people that are supposed to be in your life not going to play with you. They're not going to put you in a position to have to be guarded, I feel like. So sometimes I feel like if you have that disposition with people, it's probably because they not the right person. Because I feel like the right people that are supposed to be around you, you shouldn't feel like you always got to let them know, like, oh, you can't play with me. I got to show you.
Yeah.
So
they should already have that like courtesy of not.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like team building is like so important and like just having those genuine people around you. And like when people are genuine too, they won't
take advantage.
They're happy.
They won't take
they're
advantage.
Grateful.
Yeah, they won't take advantage of you. But sometimes people do get comfortable, and you have to like just tell them.
And then I think in the position that you're in, and then even the position that we're getting into, you hear so many horror stories about people before us who people did take advantage, like people that they trusted, accountants and management and people that worked with them. And so you kind of have to be assertive and let people know that they can't play with you because who want that to happen because you're being too trusted.
Yeah.
Right.
And you put it past them because you can't be putting stuff past people. That's the main thing. You never know what somebody would do, even if you think you know them.
That's the truth.
And I think sometimes, like, as women, especially, like, if we go in a meeting and we're just, being straightforward in this, some people are like, oh, she's emotional. Or if
she on her period.
She on her period. And I may be, because I'll be in a meeting and I'll be like, this and this and this. Then I'll call Dre, I'm like, that shit pissed me off. Because they fucking rude. Like, why would they talk to us like that? Dre be like, Lex, it's okay. I'm like, but still. But in the meeting, I'm like, You know, but at the same time, like I said, I feel like a lot of times people just try to take advantage of, especially women.
They see how far they can go.
Yes, they see how, because they feel like, oh, well, she gonna be soft and she gonna be cool. It's okay. I can say this to them. So I do feel like as women, we don't get the luxury of being soft in the business. Unfortunately.
I got a question though. So like, what is it that people be trying? Well, you probably don't want to.
Well, no, I'll say it. Like, I think it's like a lot of times people they want to lowball you on pay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They think that they can just show up whenever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll just not have respect for your time, respect for anything. And I just, like I said, I see this because it's certain way that they will treat, you know, our counterparts, that things that we have to go through that, you know, they necessarily don't have to go through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the big thing for me just be like payments. Like, of course, I don't expect to be getting paid the same amount as Carlos, but y'all ain't finna pay me $3 to show up somewhere either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And want
like,
us to be there longer hours.
I got a resume too, hoe ass.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I just won't.
Yeah.
Like, I just
Actually,
won't.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah.
And I think they
that's a
expect
lot.
us to be just so grateful.
Yeah, no.
Like, no, I'm not grateful. I want to get paid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to have to like come in these meetings and y'all just expect me to just be happy to be here because y'all feel like, oh, she's just a podcaster that's on YouTube. No, I worked really fucking hard. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I think they expect that for all women. You should just be grateful because women, you know, y'all used to not be able to be in these spaces, especially as a Black woman. You should be grateful. No, we deserve to be here.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I should be, oh my God, thank you. Like, yes, thank you, but I earned my right to be here.
That's what I was going to say. Especially, I think, when you kind of grow up in front of people, they'll still look at you like that version of yourself from 5 years ago. They'll try to treat you like that version. Like, oh, remember back when you didn't really have that much money or you was just excited for the opportunity? Okay, well, now, though, let's talk about today. Let's talk about today.
The work, the time.
Right. You need to pay me what I've worked hard to get to. I've worked hard to get to this point. I'm not the person that, because we started our show, girl. I don't know if you know about how we started, but we started the show recording in my apartment.
I remember.
Yes, on my floor, like with just a camera and some little bullshit mics, and we were recording in my apartment. And obviously now we have a whole studio, we have a staff, everything. But I think sometimes people will try to play with you like you still in that same position, and it's like, no, we've grown.
Right.
You need to pay me what I'm worth. So I'm sure you could probably relate to that too with being on YouTube when you were younger.
Definitely.
Do you feel like people kind of still try to treat you like your road to success was different because you started out on YouTube?
Anyone, I hate to say this, anyone below me.
Okay.
But for some reason, I hate to say it like that, but the people that are just not in my shoes or like, they look at me like that. But I have been acknowledged by the greats.
Literally.
Yeah, I have been in like, I've had conversation with greats and people that have started from the bottom and made it here. And they speak into me and they believe in me, you know? So honestly, I don't, anyone who says, oh, well, she's just a YouTuber. No one has ever done that to me that like,
that matters.
Just hasn't been in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope they don't take that wrong. But
no,
sorry,
I mean, but
if
it's
you're just
the truth.
It's
It's the truth. I think sometimes people don't like to hear stuff because they don't necessarily maybe like the messenger, but the facts are the facts.
Yeah, I mean, it's the fact. You
don't want to hear it because maybe you just don't like me or how you feel about me, but people they love to try to humble people.
Queen is so sweet. We be over here like, fuck y'all hoes.
Yeah.
Because it is what it is.
I've always been that way.
You know, I try to be a little more considerate a little bit sometimes.
I think you were when we were younger. I think as you grow into womanhood and you get older, I think you just don't really give a fuck as much.
Something you grow into, right?
She used to care more what people would think, and I think as she's maturing,
I think that's what's gonna happen with me.
Yeah,
like even as I'm like approaching my 30s, like I don't know where the switch came, but like something's changing.
I used to
when you hit 30, girl, it's like I don't know, it's just something that hits you for sure, and you're just like, a lot of shit I used to care about,
it don't matter.
I just don't care no more.
Yeah, I feel myself slowly stop like.
You will, because then you get to a point to where, I'm not saying because you are a confident, beautiful woman, but you get to a point to where you realize, you know what? this is who I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is who I am. I can't change this. I can't change this. This is who God made me to be. And you're either going to accept it or you're not going to like it. So let me focus on the people who accept it and love it.
Yes.
Right.
And you'll learn to cater to those people and love those people and, you know, feed into those people. Because that's what I started doing. I'm just like, I've become happier. It was a point where we were doing Poor Minds where I was just like unhappy because I felt like every week I'm showing up and I don't know what to do to make y'all like me.
People are being mean.
Because they're so mean. But I'm just like,
you gotta cater to them people that love you.
Exactly.
Those people that matter.
And I think that's why I've always had that mindset, because I've always been a little bit more of like, I don't give a fuck y'all. But the reason that I feel that way is because the people that I'm saying fuck y'all to, it's not the people who support me.
Right.
I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you take offense to me saying that, you one of the people that be hating. You're one of the people that's being rude. And it is, fuck you, because you're not the person that's helping me anyways.
Right.
You didn't help me get to where I am. You know, you don't support us. You don't come to our shows, to our live shows and stuff. So you're not buying merch.
and that's what I say. I be hard with those people, but I be soft with our supporters.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like they DM, like you said, people DM you and stuff. Like people who've lost a parent or they're grieving or something.
Yeah.
We get DMs like that all the time. So I don't mind being vulnerable and being open because I'm talking to y'all.
I'm for y'all. I'm for
Yeah.
who like me.
Yeah. So I think like you can still be soft and taken seriously because I think there's beauty in being vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because it shows like I'm still human.
Yes.
I'm still going through the things that you're going through.
Right.